Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in, checking me out, clicking on the link, following on Twitter, watching on YouTube. Where else? The blog, all that kind of good stuff, right? So, thank you. Welcome back to the loyalists of friends. You're not even followers or people who follow me on Twitter or read the blog. You're just my friends because, let's be honest. I don't even shave for this shit. Okay? You're like my good friends that I know, and I talk to you, you listen to me, every now and then you talk back, and we have a conversation, and it's just the greatest thing ever. So what do I want to talk about this week? Well, first off, let me get my beer. Let's keep track of the time, shall we? Alright, so what are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about, should there be ethics in YouTubing? And let me explain. So, the former world that I was involved in was some journalism for a little while. Okay. Now, journalism and journalists consider themselves the fourth estate. I'm sure most of you probably learned this in school, but if you haven't, let me just truncate everything and distill it down to its simplest form. They basically believe that they have this higher calling to keep the government in check. That's really what it is. There's no law or rule that dictates how they should behave. Journalists I'm talking about. For example, you have the New York Times on one hand, journalists, respected, and on the other hand you have something like the National Enquirer. Now, you know that there's a difference between those two publications, or TMZ for that matter, versus CNN.com. Some people would even say CNN versus Fox News. I don't want to get into that right now. Okay? But the fact remains is you have these ethics in journalism that a code of conduct, a self-imposed code of conduct, if you will, that these journalists learn when they're in school to say, hey, you know what? I know it's unethical to make up quotes or misquote people or make up stories, right? Like, that's not right. But it's not illegal. It's not illegal to make up a story. It's not, you can't get arrested for fabricating news. Libel and slander are things that you can kind of, you can be sued for. And that's when you take somebody who's real and exists and you make false claims about them. If you do it when you're talking about them, well, that's slander. You can be sued for it. And if you write about it and it's wrong, that could be libel. Okay, so those are actual laws to protect other people's rights. But what if I just made up a story? Like, it's just a complete story. Like, I don't know, there's this guy named Halabalabala. That sounded strangely, anyway. But there's a guy, and he just won $1 billion playing Xbox. And I write a story about it. Now, the guy doesn't exist, the contest doesn't exist, but I did invoke Xbox's name, and they exist, so maybe they could get pissed off. Anyway, I guess what I'm getting at is, should there be ethics in YouTubing? Because we know that journalists have this code of ethics, and some other professions have a self-imposed code of ethics that they all follow to keep the practice and the industry safe and respected. It's good for everybody. YouTubers, YouTube, should we have one? I think yes. Here's why. It was this past week on Kotaku.com, that blog, a wonderful website. There was a story about, and I'm going to get all the names wrong here because I really wasn't paying that close attention, but some dude playing StarCraft, all right, for the past couple of years. He's in a wheelchair. He asks for donations because he's all, crippled shit, playing video games. And, he can't get a job. Oh, feel sorry for him. And he gets people to, donate, send him money so he can just keep playing video games and streaming it. One day, he, I guess, wasn't paying attention or just got one of those, stupid moments, and he gets up from his wheelchair, mid-stream, and walks off. He just exposed himself. He's been lying to everybody. He was never handicapped. He was just ripping people off. Okay, now, people would look at it and go, oh, that's wrong. That's so wrong. He was lying to people. Telling a lie is not illegal. right? I mean, in certain cases, I guess it is illegal, but for the most part, it's really not. I mean, he wasn't selling them a product. He wasn't providing a service. He was asking for donations. I mean, the crime is that people were just naive and willing and wanting to send him money. That's the crime. But so here's what I'm thinking. There needs to be a code of ethics for YouTubers that they need to uniformly accept and follow, and that is that you're not going to do things like that. You're not going to willfully deceive your viewers. You are not going to be underhanded in your attempts to gain viewers. Okay, that's what it means. A code of ethics. Those are just some two things that just off the top of my head I thought of. In practical terms, it means this. Even the simplest form of YouTube, the YouTube videos that I fucking hate, I mean, I want to fucking I want to snap people's fucking necks is what I want to do when I see videos like this. I'm sick and fucking tired of the little viral marketing ad campaigns that take place. Don't fucking tweet or email or fucking Facebook or whatever about, let's just use Halo 4 as an example, because that's my whipping boy right now. Anytime I'm pissed off at the end of the day, instead of kicking the dog, I'm gonna fucking put my boot heel into the fucking throat, neck, and eye of 343. That's me kicking the dog after a bad day of work. Bad day of work. I kicked 343. All right. Now let's move on. I'm gonna stop fantasizing about beating the shit out of 343. Okay, so Halo 4 Castle Map Pack was the latest downloadable map pack. Piece of shit map pack, by the way. 3 fucking maps? Have you seen what Activision is doing with Call of Duty? 3 fucking maps. Really? We're supposed to fucking thank you? Anyway, let's move on. So yeah, you have like, I don't know, probably hundreds of fucking videos on YouTube, all previewing and looking at the maps before they're available. All right, YouTubers, here's your first class in ethics. Reveal your fucking sources. Tell your viewers how you came to obtain that early footage. It's not hacked or leaked or you got a buddy that works there. You're on a media distribution list and you've signed non-disclosure agreement contracts with the company. They send you the games and they send you codes free so you can review them and you can put it up on your webpage. Here's the deceitful part, the unethical part, if you will. Your viewers think that you are, in fact, just like them. They think that you're just a super fan. They only follow you because you look like the person that they would actually meet and talk to and want to be friends with in real life. When in fact, you're not. That's the underhanded part. That's the part where the ethics needs to come into play. Because you're lying to these people, you're deceiving them, you're pretending to be their friend. And you're not. You're nothing like them. Yeah. Sorry if I got a little upset about that. So what does it mean? It means that just a set of rules, some self-imposed rules that say, reveal your sources. You look on a camera. You're making your YouTube videos. You speak well. You've got great equipment to edit and blah, blah, blah. I don't have HD. I do it in standard def. That's me I'm talking about. I'm actually making fun of myself right now. But yeah, so just, they like you already. You're good at what you do. You speak well. You don't stutter like I do. You don't slur your words like I do. They're going to like you anyway. Just reveal your sources. Just tell people where you got the video from or how you received the video. Don't end sentences in a preposition like I just did. Yeah, if they do that, I think YouTube will come a long way. And it's important because you're going to have more cases where people are going to realize, like, look, if I just lie and make shit up, I'm going to get a lot of viewers and fans and make a little bit of money real quick, before people catch on, and then I'm out. You're going to have a lot more people that do that in the near future because they'll start realizing that there's money to be made, and then they're just going to ruin it. They'll dilute the service. When people log on to look at YouTube, it's going to be filled with crap. No one's going to want to go there anymore, and they won't be able to find the good YouTubers. So you need to protect your own industry. If it's a growing industry and it's popular, you need to protect it. So take control of it, and that means self-imposed ethics. Yeah, so then it kind of gets back to, why are you doing this? Like, what's the purpose? What are you in it for? Anybody who's in it, if you're in it just to like cash a check, that's fine. Respect that. Who cares? A lot of people are motivated by that. I mean, it's what makes the world go round, right? Nothing wrong. But there's part of me that thinks that it could be so much bigger. Like, why am I fucking talking into a web camera on the laptop like right now? Why am I doing this? One, I don't want a real job. I just don't. I don't want a real job. I can be good at it, but I don't fucking want it. I want to do what I want to do. And I think that's what drives me, why I like this medium so much, is that, and I think that other people should hop on board. And we didn't invent YouTube. We're just contributing to it, and that's keeping it going. But that concept of innovating and creating a technology where the users that get a hold of it can put their own, can continue to create. It's like a Lego, like the Legos. Making the Legos or inventing the Legos didn't make anything, but it's something that's fun to play with because it allows the people who buy it to make other things. The only saving grace for Halo is the map editor in Forge. That's it. That's the only reason to buy that fucking game. And it doesn't matter if you're competitive, like my friends are at Arena Gaming League tournament in Nashville right now, fucking kicking ass. It's Guffin and I Dodge Bullets. I don't know the rest of your fucking team. I just know those two guys, and they're fucking awesome and really cool guys. And I hope they watch this, and I hope they hear me tell them that they're fucking awesome, and I'm rooting for you. And yeah, Dodge and Guffin, good luck, bro. Lifted. That was retarded. So yeah. The Lego, right? It's this fucking like thing that you can like buy, a little toy, but you use that and you can build other things. So that's really cool. YouTube is like that. Provide this service, but it allows other people to create and contribute. I kind of want to do that. Like, make something that is not just about like, I don't want to make something that you just buy and have and that's it and that's the end of it. That's not fun. Even if I'm writing a blog, I don't want to just like write a story and then I give it to you and you read it and then you're done. Like, I am pissed off at all of you for not leaving comments. I want comments. I don't care if you agree with me. In fact, I've told you before in past videos, if you disagree, then I like you even more. Disagree with me. I'm not always right. The whole ethics of YouTubing. Maybe you don't agree with it. Maybe you think that it's fine the way it is. Don't want to mess it up. Don't want to change things. Well, then let me hear it. Like, I want the feedback. Because what's going to be born out of that discussion is going to be something new and unforeseen. I couldn't foresee the conversation heading in that direction. I couldn't foresee the conclusions that might be drawn. And with that comes a new learning and a new understanding. And that's fucking great, because that's progress. That's enlightenment. And that's what I want. It's coming from a dude that's playing video games and drinking beer and making YouTube videos. I want enlightenment through YouTube. Is that too much to ask? I mean, for fuck's sakes, don't give me a book. Don't send me to college. No! Let me fucking watch YouTube and be enlightened. And that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying, yeah. Is that too much to ask, really? Honestly. Come on, people. We can do it. We can work together. We can make this happen. Alright, so, lastly, I told myself I wasn't going to talk about this, but for fuck's sake, I'm going to talk about it anyway. So I'm older, obviously, and been married and I've got kids, and I'm just constantly being, and it's just my nature. I'll meet people or talk to guys that are younger, and part of it is, yeah, I am an old dude. And I'm gonna be hitting that midlife crisis like really soon. And if you think I'm weird now, wait till I hit that point. But you meet guys and they always have these problems, Their problems seem so big, like, oh, what the fuck, man? My girl, she like wants to move in with me. Oh, I don't know. Or an anniversary's coming up and she wants something. And they're stressing out like it's the fucking end of the world. It's like, dude, you have no idea, man. It's like you're gonna get past this. And what you learn when you're older is just that, these crises, I don't know how to say that. They're just gonna keep happening. So who cares? I mean, honestly, it's a fucked up kind of thing to say, but they're just gonna happen. My advice for getting through them, however, is you don't necessarily need to have an answer. That's what I've learned over time. A lot of times when there's something wrong or there's a crisis and you need to actually solve it, really sometimes all you have to do is just acknowledge it. If we're in this relationship hypothesis, sometimes all you have to do is just let her know that you're also thinking about the problem and that you would also like to solve it. And you just don't know. You're trying hard, but you just don't know how to solve it. That's enough most of the time. Oddly enough, it is. Seems strange, right? So simple. We don't actually need to have a problem. And ignoring it doesn't make things better. But somebody just saying, like, yeah, just agree. Say, yeah, that is a problem. Going on a limb and saying you have a solution and trying to do something just creates like some sort of weird sitcom scenario where it's gonna backfire, blow up in your face, and it's gonna be hilarious. No, they only exist in sitcoms. In real life, when you do that, it just backfires in your face, and then you just look like a douche, and you end up regretting it for the rest of your life, and you're really sad about it. Not that I'm speaking for my own self or personal history on that one, but yeah, I mean, shit like that happens. So my advice to all these people is like, quit fucking freaking the fuck out, right? You have it pretty fucking good. You got your health and you're fucking young. Those are two major fucking points there. Quit fucking stressing, dude. If you're a guy, just tell your girl you love her. Just tell your girl randomly at times, I'm thinking about you. That's really all you have to do. That's it. If you're a girl, your guy, you know what guys want. Do I have to fucking spell this out for women? You know what guys want. Guys don't give a shit if you say, I'm thinking about you. It means nothing. Alright? Guys are into, like, physical results. Okay? Which means either you look nice in front of him. It means put something sexy on and then walk around him. That shows, that communicates to him that he's appreciated. Or, I don't have to say it on YouTube on here. I've already said fuck sakes and everything, but I really don't want to get all like graphically. But, give him what he wants. It doesn't just have to happen on fucking Christmas and his birthday. That means more. It's exactly equal to. That sounds so fucking horrible. Exactly equal to. I'm sure there's a better word I could have used, but that's the exact same thing as for him saying I'm thinking about you. You know how you feel when he does that, when he says I love you. Whenever you do that other act for him, that's what it says. Okay. Bam! Problem solved. I could be a marriage counselor. Every meeting, bam. But then again, I wouldn't make money because people only sit there for like 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, dude, tell her you're thinking about her. All right. You give him his birthday present early. Done. Problem solved. Another happy couple. Satisfied. Moving on. Next one. All our other problems in life are just, right? I mean, don't they seem kind of like trivial at that point? Why make a big deal about it? Oh, your boss is a dick. Yeah, work sucks. Fucking shocking news. Of course it does. How do you get through it? Stop caring so fucking much, right? When you die, they're not going to build a fucking statue out in front of the fucking office building. So don't fucking worry about it. Quit stressing about your job at the restaurant or the fucking office or down at the fucking mill or whatever it is you're doing. The people you work with are dicks, and there's that one person that's conniving and backstabbing. They're talking shit about you, and that other person is just fucking sucking ass and career climbing and all this. And you're the one who's you care about the work and the integrity, and no one notices you, and you're getting passed over because you're just too honest. Well, congratulations, but they're still not going to build a fucking statue of you. They're not going to give you a fucking plaque. They're not going to remember you. 3 weeks after you quit or get fired or whatever, no one's going to remember your name. The person who's going to occupy your desk or office space or cubicle will notice you for about 2 or 3 minutes while they're cleaning out the last bit of shit that you left in the desk drawer. And that's it. So why should you put so much effort into it? What matters is that person that you want to share a bed with, that you want to wake up next to, that you want to say goodnight to. And that just gets extended from when you're little, you're looking up and it's your parents, and your brothers and sisters. Those are the most important people to you in your life. And they are. And then you go out in the world and you're alone for a little bit. And that part is, anxiety ridden because you are alone for those like brief couple of moments, but what the next stage is. Then if you're a guy, you meet a girl. And then that's the person that you're going to say goodnight to. And in the morning, you're going to say good morning to. And if you're lucky enough, you start a family, and then it's kids, and then you talk to those kids and you tell them good morning and good night. And then so on and so forth. That's the most important thing. Fuck everything else. See, problems aren't that big. So what do we talk about today? Ethics and journalism? Not journalism. Ethics and YouTubing. And I don't know. If you're dudes, tell your girl you like her, and if you're a girl, give him his birthday present early, and everybody else, shut the fuck up. Life ain't that hard. Now let's get back to gaming, right?